So rust repairs are done. They've come up an absolute treat. I'm stoked. The radius is continued, front and back, side to side. On both sides, really happy with that. The repairs are getting quicker and quicker and better quality, which is nice. I've also run my 2 welds right across the roof. So the roof is back to being a hole, and I've also filled a couple holes. That one main hole, I don't know if it's a spotlight or something, but that's filled a couple holes that I put in when I needed roof shape with them timber blocks. So it's all coming together and sitting back on there. I'm stoked with this infill piece here. With this pinch down, like when it's finished, clamped down and spot welded, that sits on there so bloody nice. Very OEM spec. I could have done that in a couple different pieces, but pumped that I gave it a crack on one piece and it turned out like way better than I thought it was going to. So all in all, this roof is coming together. Now the last piece of the puzzle is that nipple. It's a little raised section. Now I had Marco around here yesterday and we just ran it through on the English wheel for a while. And it's definitely improved it, but there is a section right in the middle that's been dented or stretched, and the wheel was getting it closer and closer. I'm pretty sure, now I'm very new on using the wheel, but I'm pretty sure because the wheel will only stretch, it won't shrink because it's pressure that spreads the metal. I'm pretty sure what was happening was the low sections were actually getting closer to the high point. That's why it looks like it's minimized the high point, but I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have minimized the high point at all. It would have been more so bringing the low spots up to it. So I'm going to try, and I've got the oxy from work. I'm going to try and oxy do a few heat shrinks in the middle, just to suck that down, hopefully. And then once that's done, I'll get Marco back around here and we'll run it through the wheel again just to get all them imperfections out. And then that and a shrinking disc, I think we should pretty well have it. So getting close for this roof to be really nicely finished. So that's all metal finish at the moment too. So it's pretty happy. All right, I know where got a bucket of water, cold water, with a damp rag. And I know where my spot is because I've got a bit of just alley flat bar that molds to the roof really nice when it's sitting good. And if you pull it over where the hump is, or the nipple as I've been calling it, it's right in this section because the gap there. So I'm just going to heat it up. And quench it. I'm going to keep doing that and see if it'll pull it down. Okay, so I oxied, I don't know, maybe like 10 heat shrinks just to sort of suck a bit of material back together. Turned it to shit. It looks like it turned to shit. And then hit it with a shrinking disc, probably for 30-45 minutes or something. And it's actually, I've definitely got rid of that hump. In fact, I've probably gone too far, which I'm not upset about because I'll get Marco around. It's definitely better. So I reckon now if we run it through the wheel from front to back and back to front, probably once or twice, just to get that little bit of dome again, I think she'll be sweet. Because it still doesn't have that perfect tension that I want, which to me means that it's not a perfect, consistent radius each and every way. Once it gets that perfect radius, it should have really good tension. If your metal wants to sit here, but if it's up here and you go to push it, it wants to go down like that. It won't sit in that middle position because there's too much material in the middle. So it's either going to go like that or that. That's how I see it anyway, could be wrong. So we'll get Marco around and run it through the wheel. Quite a bit of shrinking disc. It's not perfect just yet. I can still see a couple of little deviations, but by the time I'm finished, but the actual shape of it is pretty well perfect, other than the minor defects in it. It's bloody, yeah, really, really nice. Both ways, every which way, it's sitting like very, very symmetrical and just a good shape. I do need to fix this corner. That was the first corner I replaced. I need to, hopefully I can alter that one just to get it sitting more consistent radius around that corner. It's getting fussy, but yeah, it does my head in when I stand up here and look at it from a bird's eye view. So I'm going to redo that to a degree, or alter it. But no, very happy. Once again, thanks for tuning in. If you can, subscribe. It goes a long way to subscribe to your YouTube channel. So if you can do that, that'd be great. See you on the next one.